Hey guys, good evening and thanks for joining. So we started network and cyber and also application attacks in the last class. So we started initially as a cyber collision process and also Mitre or Mitre attack framework. So in the today class, I'm going to explain about the cyber collision process. Possible if time permits, I will go with Mitre attack framework as well. As I said yesterday class itself, it is one of the hot topic at the time of the interview. Today interview question from entity data and also TCS. Okay, so explain about cyber collision plus straight away question without not even they thought about practical scenario based. Okay, so let's go and start about these two frameworks first initially. Once these things are completed, then I can go and I can discuss about types of the attacks. Let's start now. Cyber kill chain process. What is cyber kill chain? Attacker is killing. Attacker whom he is killing the organization, is killing the laptop, is killing the MacBook, workstation, or desktops, or servers, or databases, or applications, or cloud instances. For that one, what he will do, he'll follow some of the process. That process is called as cyber kill chain process. Name itself, it is suggesting that it's an attacker process, not our defensive process or blue team process. How we can define this one now? It is step by step process or phase by phase approach how the attacker will do offensive mechanism or hacking is called a cyber kill chain process. Okay, so this is not from the our cyber security SOC operations or endpoint securities EDR operations or firewall security operations or cloud security operations and so on. We are not a defensive guy. We are defensive. But who will do hacking? It's offensive people. So that offensive mechanism or how to do hacking. For that one, attacker will follow couple of the steps. That is called as cyber kill chain process. Under this one, we have couple of phases or processes are there are 7 pages are first one recon or reconnaissance. Second one weaponization. Third one transport or delivery. Fourth one exploitation. Installation, command and control. This is called remote control or C2C control. Enter question. What is mean command and control? Finally, any attacker action or objective or goal. They want data or maybe they want money. That is called as actions on objective. That is called as cyber kill chain process. Now, this particular question we can expect in the two different ways. Directly straight away they will ask about what is mean by cyber kill chain process. Second question, how they will ask, take one practical scenario attack and explain through that practical scenario each and every phase what attacker will do. There are two ways they can expect. Okay, let's start about first what is recon and what is weaponization, transport or delivery, exploitation, installation, command and control, and finally what is the goal and objective of the attacker now. So first one is recon. So first one is recon or reconnaissance. What is recon or reconnaissance is nothing but selection of the target, gathering of the initial information related to which system I want to hack it. Now you are an attacker. Think like whoever is attending the class, those people are like attackers. You want to hack icsabank.com. You want to you want to hack one of the ATM machine, or you want to hack one of the database, or you want to hack Google CEO Sundar Pichai laptop, and so on. So for that one, what are the steps you will follow? That process is called as selection of the target or gathering of the initial information which system I want to hack. That is called recon. Okay. Selection of the target or gathering of initial information to which system want to hack is called as recon. Now you are a hacker. You can tell me how can you hack in my system? If you know about my IP address, you can hack it. Or if you know about my Gmail address, you can send one of the malicious URL link or malicious malware attachment via phishing email. You can send it to me. Otherwise, maybe you can send a spamming of the email, or maybe through WhatsApp message, or maybe through scanning of the ports, or maybe through bribing of someone on behalf of me who are close to me. Example, in the TCS company, you want to hack one of the CEO TCS machine. So first of all, if you want to know about the TCS IP address, we don't know what is the IP address TCS company is using. Then how can you hack it? That means you can go and you can ask by providing bribe. What is the IP address you are using in your organization by contacting the TCS employee? So that they will give the range of the IP address, either 10 series or 172.16 series or 192.168 series, or else what is another way we can go and we can hack CEO of the TCS email. So tcs.com. So if you are going here, contact us. Every website normally they'll provide contact us. So contact us. Let's go and see whether email address is available. So through LinkedIn we can contact, through Instagram we can contact, through Twitter we can contact, through Facebook we can contact. But they did not provide anywhere. So through email address. Okay. So maybe request for service. Why they are not providing nowadays? Yeah, you can see here. They are not providing nowadays email address. Why they are not providing email address? Do you know what? They will send the phishing email by the attacker. That is the reason always they are giving as a social media connect, or maybe through Twitter connect, or maybe through some other options. But couple of companies, when you click on the contact us, take example HDFC Bank, contact us email address for technical support. So once again here, they are providing through multiple options here online. So there are so many ways. You can see here now, pension help desk, pension help desk at the rate of hdfcbank.com. I got the now email address to HDFC Bank. Maybe I can take one of the malicious malware attachment or malicious URL link. Then through my Gmail, So I can copy paste here. Now I can attach. So please change your password. I'm attacker now. Hi team, please change your password, and your password is going to expire very soon. And I'll provide URL link here. That URL link is belongs to attacker email address or attacker URL link. Once you are clicking on that one, it will ask existing username, existing password, new username, new password. Once you are providing the existing password, new password, that's it. Your username and password, it will go and it will store in the attacker machine. Now attacker will take your password also. Then on behalf of you, he will send the emails to, so whatever system is got compromised. Today entire question. Explain about phishing email investigation via malicious URL link. Entire question today. So what I want to say here, all these are theoretical way how the attacker will gain the initial access to any system or computer or organization. That is called recon or reconnaissance. Okay. For this one, I can go through practical scenario now itself. I will take malware as an example. Selection of the target. Selection of the target is CEO of the machine. That is selection of the target. Now second one, weaponization. So through weapons, attacker will enter into the organization by providing the malicious code. That may be through executable files or non-executable files, all process execution or lol means execution part. That is called weaponization part. Attacker will choose weapon as a process executable or non-process executable. Example, macros, input validation, PDF files, executable, CSV, extra. Example. So input validation meaning here, facebook.com. Wherever user is providing the credentials, like or share or comment or feedback or summary, those fields we can call it as, okay, so input validation, where the user is providing the input. I'm providing my email address or my providing my phone number. I'm clicking on the password button. That is as input. Once I'm giving the input now, back in Facebook server, it will validate my credentials, whether RK belongs to Facebook account or not, Facebook domain or not. Then on it will give the grants or permission or request and so on. So wherever these fields you are entering, that is called as input validation, or maybe through macros, through Excel sheets. I can provide the malicious code. So these fields like examples of the weapons. All these are examples of the weapons. Take the examples of malware via file oriented or fileless oriented with executable or without executable is called as weaponization. So third one, transport or delivery. After choosing the respective payload or weapon, how we can send it to respective CO mission through email attachment. Send the malware code via emails to the targeted mission is called as transport or delivery through email notification. Send phishing email or some other options to enter into targeted mission. So that is called as transport or delivery. Next one, exploitation. So exploitation meaning here, so identifying the weakness or vulnerable or bug or problem or issue is called as exploitation. Identifying the weakness or bug or problem or an issue is called as exploitation. Identify the CEO in the CEO mission. Is there any EDR or antivirus agent is sleeping? Is called as exploitation. Identify the weakness. Okay, next one. Installation or may patch updates also. Installation. Once the weakness is identified, okay, example, I want to steal maybe in your home money or gold or furniture. Okay, so maybe I will monitor. So from 24/7, everybody is staying in the home or not. Maybe I am the robber. Maybe I am the thief. In that scenario, continuously I'll monitor 1 month. Who is entering at the home? Who is going outside at the home? Who is sleeping at night? Is there any dog is there in front of your house? Is there any security guard is there in front of your house? Is there any CCTV cameras are existing in your house or not? How you are locking at the midnight? So whether you are using any fencing or locking or locker and so on. After monitoring, so maybe I found that there is no dog, there is no security guard. Then I can jump into the wall, they can enter into your house. Then maybe I can break your door. Then I can enter into your house. Maybe I will go to, okay, so respect to where you are storing your money or maybe gold and so on. I will take that one. So that is called as exploitation. Installation. Once attacker will identify weakness, he will install the code into the targeted mission. I know about weakness in your home. Then I can enter into your house. I'll bring knife or maybe I will mask my face or maybe I'll bring, okay, whatever I want to enter into their house. So here attacker will inject malware into the end user system or targeted mission. Nothing but already system is got compromised. Finally, command and control. Once the attacker is identified by executing the malware, then he got the remote control. How can you operate your television or maybe fan or switch and so on through remote control? In the similar way, attacker will operate your system on behalf of you. Then your system will act as a robot or bot or zombie. Okay, that is called as command control. Once the system is got compromised, attacker will control our machine as a command and control or remote control. That is called command and control part. Finally, nothing but your system is already got compromised. CEO system is got compromised by malware. Then attacker is controlling CEO machine. Last one, actions on objective. Attacker will ask blackmailing of the money or bitcoins or digital currency is called as actions on objective, or maybe he will take data. That is called actions on objective. And finally, the attacker will steal the data or he wants money in the form of bitcoins. That is about overall cyber killing process. What I want to say here, we can expect this question as I said two ways. Explain about cyber killing process, meaning here you can provide these definition and explain about only steps. That's it. And explain about cyber killing process in-depth analysis. Then you have to say about this one also. Third question, explain about cyber killing process by taking one of the practical scenario based attack. Then you have to explain these two. That is the way. First, try to understand the question what exactly interviewer is asking. Maybe they are asking something else and you are giving the answer something else. It is a mismatch. That is the reason. First, try to understand what is the question they are expecting from us. If you know the question perfectly, then only you will give the correct answer. First of all, if you don't understand the question itself, then how can you give the answer? Same as it is here also. That is about overall cyber killing process. Attacker will follow these steps to compromise the system. Then he will ask about money or data or currency or bitcoins or digital currency and so on. How the attacker will do hacking is called as cyber killing process. Okay. Now, this one of the framework also. The cyber killing process is also called a framework because this framework we are following. Next one is Mitre or Mitre attack framework. What is this Mitre or Mitre? Couple of people they will call it as a Mitre and couple of people they'll call Mitre attack framework. First of all, before going to in-depth analysis, A attack ATT at the rate of CK equals to A means adversary. T means tactics. Another T means techniques. CK knowledge base. Now we got the answer also. Adversary, attacker. He will use tactics. He will use techniques, and finally will compromise the system. And it has the overall database also. That is called Mitre attack framework. How we can define this one now? It is a centralized knowledge base. Attack, it can provide offensive mechanism and also defensive mechanism. What is offensive mechanism, defensive mechanism? How the attacker will do hacking, and also it will provide about mitigation steps as well. Is called as Mitre attack framework. It is centralized knowledge base or database. It has a combination of both offensive and defensive. It will provide how the attacker will do hacking, and additionally it will provide a defensive mechanism also. So nothing but here, what type of tactics and techniques and procedure attacker is using. Okay, it will provide additionally what types of tactics, techniques and procedures attacker using, and additionally mitigation, detection and preventive mechanism also. That is called Mitre attack framework. Now what is tactics and techniques and procedures here now? So TTP, tactics, another T, techniques, P is procedures, is called as Mitre attack framework. Now let's go on. I will show practically. So just you can go to Google and type Mitre framework, enter. Click on my attack.mitre.org. Click on this one. You can see Mitre attack. It will provide the frameworks, tactics and techniques and procedure for the enterprise level, mobile level, ICS, industrial control system, enterprise. More than 10,000 employees are existing in the organization, is called as enterprise level. Mobile. So what are mobile based companies like a Samsung, Apple, Realme or Redmi or OnePlus, Nokia or Motorola and so on. Those companies also, it is providing the tactics, techniques, procedures and also mitigation steps and detection methods. Third one, ICS, industrial control system. So we discussed already this concept like a SCADA, electrical, civil, mechanical, automobile industry. For all these places we can use ICS. For those companies we can call it as say so ICS based. For these three different types of organizations, Mitre is providing as a framework. Okay. So now Mitre is providing TTPs per enterprise level and also mobile industries and also ICS industrial control system. Enterprise, there are three different types of organizations we do have existing. One is called small scale industry. Second one is called medium scale industries. And finally, enterprise level or large scale industry. Mobile industry, mobile oriented companies. Third one, ICS oriented. Civil, electrical, SCADA, OT, IoT, IIoT, and also mechanical and automobile industries. Those companies. Example, BHEL, NTPC, IOCL, Honeywell, Robert Bosch, Quest Global. All these companies will fall under the ICS based, okay, so companies. So there are three different companies. Once again, what is mean by small scale industry? Small scale industry, in between the employees are existing from 0 to 1000. That is called a small scale industry, like a startup companies. Second one is medium scale industry, 1000 to 10,000 users are existing. Those companies we can call it as medium scale industries. And enterprise level, so those companies is also called as a MNC, multinational companies. Or big data companies, or CMM5 level companies. These companies we can call it as large scale industry. The users will be existing in between 10,000 to 10,000 plus. So that is about based on the business perspective. Now Mitre attack is providing the tactics and techniques and procedures for all these different types of small, medium, large scale industries, mobile based companies, ICS companies also. Now, as per Mitre attack framework, first of all, who will use this Mitre attack framework? Who will use Mitre or Mitre attack framework? This can be used by threat hunters who will do threat hunting part, malware analysis team, blue team, nothing but our team, SOC team. Blue team is another name is SOC team. Next one, reverse engineering team. Whenever any attack is happening from the back end to front end, they can go and they can verify. That is called reverse engineering. Cyber security analysts, and also hackers, and also attackers. Everybody we can use this Mitre or Mitre attack framework. Okay. Now under Mitre or Mitre attack framework, so we have tactics are under Mitre attack framework. There are tactics equivalents to 14, techniques equivalents to 500 plus, procedures also more than 1000 plus. Along with this one, even it is providing the, as I said, detections and mitigations also. These three things can be used by the attackers or hackers. These two can be used by our SOC team or blue team, defensive. How to prevent the attacks. So that is about overall Mitre attack framework. Let's go and discuss about what are the 14 tactics we do have. First one, recon. So tactics are, we can go one by one now here. First one is recon or reconnaissance. Second one, resource development. Third one, initial access. Fourth one, execution. Fifth one, persistence. Interview question. What is mean by persistence? It's one of the favorite interview question. Next one, privilege escalation. Today interview question. What is mean by privilege escalation? Next one, defense evasion. Next one, credential access. Next one, discovery. Next one, lateral movement. Next one, collection. Next one, command and control. Next one, exfiltration, data exfiltration. And finally, impact. What is the impact because of the attack? Recon or reconnaissance, resource development, initial access, and also execution, persistence, privilege escalation, defense evasion, credential access, discovery, lateral movement, collection, command and control, data exfiltration, and impact. Out of all these, 3 or 4 are very, very important. Regularly, we can expect those questions are persistence, privilege escalation, lateral movement, data exfiltration, command and control. So these 5 are very, very important. Not a, see, these 5 only not only important, but even though other things also you should be aware of. What's going on, how the attacker will do hacking part. But out of all this, if I wanted to filter out or reducing from 14 to 5, these 5 are whatever I highlighted, yellow color, those are important. Regularly we can expect. So these 14 compulsory you have to remember. Along with that one, each and every tactic These are all tactics now. Each and every tactics, at least 2 techniques you have to remember. So 14 overall, 14 into 2, 28 techniques you have to remember. What is mean by that one? Let's go and see. So click on enterprise level of the tactics, reconnaissance. So this is the tactics now. Attacker can use these tactics. The adversary is trying to gather the information or selection of the target is called as recon. Click on this one. Now, techniques. What are the different types of techniques attacker will use under the recon? Active scanning, for example. Comma. Scanning of IP blocks, vulnerability scanning, extra. So I provided 3. In such a way, each and every tactic, whatever we are going to discuss, you have to remember all these techniques as well. That means 14 into 3. Altogether 42 techniques. Okay. Out of all this, as I said, persistence, privilege escalation, lateral movement, command and control, and data exfiltration. So these are very, very important from the interview point of view. Okay. Along with that one, you can see techniques. And if I'm clicking on the 1 second technique now, click on active scanning. It is going procedure also. So attacker can use this procedure for the active scanning side. Along with that one, it is providing the mitigation. Whenever attacker is trying to do the selection of the target under the recon, so how we can mitigate that attack? Pre-mitigation. And how we can go and we can detect that alert as a notification, network traffic. So that's what I said here. So tactics, techniques, and procedures, these are all from the attacker side. So attacker or hacker, they can use detection and mitigation from the, so how to prevent whenever the attack is happening. So that is detection and mitigation part. Maybe I can give this one is some other color. Okay. So that is about overall Mitre attack framework. Now question here is not only about these things here, even how are you utilizing Mitre attack framework in your organization? How are you implementing? It's a theoretical. Whatever just now we discussed, everything is like a theoretical part. Now they will expect practical oriented. How are you utilizing these Mitre or Mitre attack framework practically in your organization? Based on the Mitre attack framework or based on the Mitre attack framework, so we created and we integrated EDR tools to Mitre attack framework, SIM tool to Mitre attack framework. Whenever any security incident is triggered, we will come to know what is the attacker tactics is using, techniques is using, mitigation for the attack. So this is the way how are we utilizing Mitre or Mitre attack framework in my organization. That is what you have to say. Nothing but this Mitre attack framework is a open source. Did I pay any money to open to this website now? No. Just I went to Google and I given Mitre attack and automatically Google has responded back whatever query I asked. Then I'm going on and verifying now. I did not pay any money here. It's an open source tool. Nowadays, these Mitre attack framework they are integrating to, so tools like SIM tool and EDR tools to know about whenever any security incident is triggered, what is the tactics attacker is used, what is the techniques attacker is used, and also what is the preventive mechanism or solution or mitigation or detection. Everything will come to know. What are the questions we can expect here? As I said, what is cyber kill chain process? What is Mitre or Mitre attack framework? Third one, what is difference between Mitre versus cyber kill chain process? Fourth one, explain one of the practical scenario attack using cyber kill chain process. Example, I took malware example. Now, how are you utilizing Mitre attack framework in your organization? So these 5 questions, maybe we can expect okay any one of the interview question for each and every interview question, each and every interview, sorry. So this is what theoretical part we discussed. Practically, I can go and I can explain at the time of the EDR tool and also SIM tool. Maybe tomorrow itself I can go and I can show practically in the EDR tool. Whenever any alert is triggered, how these tactics and techniques and procedure, we can see part of the alert itself. Okay. So that is the way we can get the or we can utilize Mitre or Mitre attack framework in our organization. I'm repeating once again. Cyber kill chain process is mainly for the how the attacker will do hacking, and Mitre attack framework not only how the attacker will do hacking, but also it will provide the detection and mitigation mechanisms as well. Okay. So that's all about these two frameworks. And we are going to start about malware category, phishing email category, authentication failure category, and also okay, WASP top 10 category, flooding category. These attacks only regularly we can do investigation. Okay. So it will take at least 1 week to complete these 70 attacks. Next 1 week it will take. Then once we are completing this one, then we can go to each and every security domain. That is different story. So that's all for today. Unfortunately, I have a meeting at 8 p.m. I have to join my office meeting. So then we can discuss tomorrow. Tomorrow I will take class around 1.5 hours, 7:45 to 8:30. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions before we are wrapping up? Okay, then. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening. See you tomorrow at 7:45 p.m. IST. Good night.